This question on the face of it looks pretty tricky. However, we'll have a look and see what they want us to do. Now, basically, the first approach here is to look at the balance symbol equation, and we can see it's we've got 2 iron and 2 iron chloride, because that's what they're asking about. They're asking about iron chloride and iron. So because it's 2 on each side, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so that makes it relatively straightforward. You work out which one you can. So you can't work out, they're asking you to work out the iron chloride, so they must give you enough information to work out the iron. They've told you that you've got 11.2 grams of iron. So the first thing to do is 11.2, and you divide that by the mass of iron, which is 56. And you do that on your calculator, and that will come out with 0.2. The next thing to do is to look at the iron chloride. Now we know that it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so if you've got 0.2 moles of iron, you're going to have 0.2 moles of the iron chloride. You just need to rearrange this equation because you're looking for the unknown and you need the MR of the iron chloride here. So you have to do a little bit of spade work, but it's for 3 marks, so it's no problem. So for the MR of the iron chloride, you've got 1 Fe, that's 56, and you've got 3 chlorine at 35.5. So you do your sum, and that will work out at 106.5, and that's 56. So by the time you add those two together, it's going to be 162.5. So you bring that down there because that's the MR of the 162.5. That's the MR of the iron chloride. You rearrange that equation to get the unknown. Now obviously, you need to know how to rearrange equations, but it's very simple. You just times the number of moles by the MR, and that will give you the mass anyway. So it's 0.2 times 162.5, and that will equal 32.5. The next part of the question, and it's for 1 extra mark, so it's almost like a bonus mark. However, you don't need to have worked this out to tackle this. It's a percentage yield calculation. Percentage yield calculations are always the same. And what they've told you is that the actual mass, 24.3. So you start off with 24.3. Now, we found out that it was 32.5 grams, so we can put that in, 32.5 grams. If you didn't get this answer here, they've also allowed you to use this 28 here. We don't need to use that, but if you didn't get that, you could use that and still come out with the 1 mark here. So you go through this is percentage yield, so you got 24.3 out of the 32.5, so it's 24.3 divided by 32.5, and that will give you 0.7476, and that's a decimal. Now to get a percentage, obviously just times it by 100, so we'll go for 74.76.